law of action, and then, and it's basically stating the same thing where you were just saying that, once you already have that, you visualize that within, and you have an expired action, then it's time for you to take the action, but it has to be expired action, because if it's before time, then what good is it?
Yeah.
So the law of action is basically that, like, you want to be in the right place at the right time, so you want to be inspired to take that action.
I mean, how can it be before time?
If it's not finished.
If it's not, if you're not ready for it.
Yeah.
If you, I don't know
I mean,
if
but ain't
hear-
you like going for it, right? So how can you not be ready for it?
Maybe you might need more steps.
Let's say, for an example, I remember I remember what episode it was, but I had an analogy about, like, you ever heard that your mind is like the soil? The mind is like the soil, and you can plant anything you want in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Your job is just to nurture the seed in every way that you possibly could when it comes down to the mental health. So maybe if it's like going for a walk in nature, or maybe if it's, exercise, and there's different ways that you can do to nurture that seed. Basically just keeping doubt away from it. Basically just keeping fear away from it. So if you just nurture that seed, in due time, it will blossom on its own. But once you nurture that seed, and once you plant that seed, you can't go back and be like, hurry up, get up. See, but if you do that, if you take the action before it's time, then it's not fully blossomed. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it kind of means about how could you do it before it's time. You're not letting it spiritually blossom yet, because it hasn't took the proper course. It hasn't took the time that it needs for it to blossom. Just like, for example, when you were a kid, the things that you know now, it took back from you were a kid.
It took time.
It takes time. I don't know if I probably explaining it in a good way for you, but that's the basic, like, the concepts of it. Like, you have to give it that time. What would you say?
I agree.
Yeah. You have to give it time. You can't just, you plant the seed, and you got to, do your due diligence and going out there and watering it, and make sure you got the proper sunlight, and, doing things that you need to do to keep it nurtured. But before it blossoms, you can't go out there and ask for the fruit. You can't ask for the fruit before it's time. Because if you do get the fruit before it's time, then the fruit won't taste right. It may not be, 100% developed in the inside. So it's timing. It's the timing that you need, and it's based off of your readiness. Okay. So anything you want to chime in on that one?
I agree. Like, it's all timing, yeah. Because, like, I know, like, with fasting and stuff like that too, like, my mom fasts a lot, and, like, when she was, like, a part of, like, the church that we were part of that ended up not being the best, she tried to fast for, like, 2 years for coffee, and then the female prophetess was like, she was upset because, like, my mom was trying to do that fast to get her kids back.
Okay.
For my stepdad, and, like, the pastor was like, well, I didn't tell you to do that. That's why you didn't get it. And it's just like, well, it's not for you to know. Like, for you, that's the universe to, But, like, a lot of people don't understand, even with fasting, like, they think they're going to reap the benefits, like, on their time. But it's not, like, on their time. Like, or they'll get something because they wanted to do the fasting for like, a specific blessing, but they got they got it in something else. You know what I mean? Like, they got it in something else. It was never, like, what they wanted to fast for that. What was best for them was really that other thing. So I think it's also very, like smart to, like, have gratitude more for things and the little things that you have, and say thank you anyway, so that you can have more clarity. Because I think also a lot of people that don't have enough gratitude for the little things, they can't move forward. Because it hinders them, yeah.
Because when you want something and you manifest something, sometimes it may not be what you want, but it's something to get you going in that direction, if that makes sense. Like,
I agree.
You wanted this, but you may get this to get to this, and then you may get that. You know what I mean? It's not giving you the exact route.
Yeah, Because the universe knows what's best for you almost more than yourself. You have to be one with it and know what you need, just like the universe. Yeah, and I think
you have to be open.
You have to be open, yeah, and receptive
open.
to it and thankful regardless of what you're getting, yeah. And then like I think also being thankful more of what you have.
Gratitude.
Yeah, because if you're not thankful enough of the little things of what you have, even being able to sit outside on a porch and drink coffee and watch like the turkey vultures like I do and like the turtles and all that stuff, that little serenity a lot of people don't have. If you can't like find appreciation in that, sometimes that's hindering people from moving forward, is not thinking what you have right now.